Now, Communications Director for the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, Adam Weintraub, joins us now. Good morning, Adam. Thank you so much for being with us. And we have to ask you, what are some of the major issues that you all are dealing with right now?
Well, as the sun comes up and we start to get a better sense of the damage, we had some significant urban flooding last night. There are still areas where trees are down, where the prolonged rain event has started to cause small landslides. So we've had a lot of reports of, a 3-foot boulder in the middle of a major highway and things like that. So our crews have had a busy night.
I have to ask and also say thank you to Adam, because it's still early there in Honolulu. Is there one island in particular that has received the most damage? I mean, it's been impressive watching this Kona low system develop and drop the amount of rain that it has on the island. One island in particular, or are all of them receiving equal damage?
Well, I know that at least as of late last night, what we saw was that portions of the island of Maui had received as much as 14 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. That's significant in any place. And we do know that there were some neighborhoods that were affected there. But as the low has shifted over Oahu, which is, of course, the population center for Hawaii, with Honolulu being here, we have seen a lot more concentrated effects, and we're still assessing some of those. I know that there were reports of one of the major shopping malls in East Honolulu that was flooded. There is a significant portion of downtown Honolulu, including the Capitol area, where the power is out this morning. And that's going to cause some traffic snarls, as you might imagine, on a day with a lot of ceremonial observances. The details of what's happened on Oahu overnight are still rolling into our emergency management center, so we expect to have a clearer picture of the full array a little later this morning. And of course, as the low continues to move, we're still going to see some rain here on Oahu this morning, and Kauai is next. So we've been doing as much work as we can there to alert people that there's still time to prepare. There's still time to charge your phone and find the batteries for the flashlight and plan an escape route if you need to use it.
Yeah, well, going off of what you just said, there are a significant amount of power outages around Hawaii. So how long do you think that people will be without power?
Well, as with any power event, it can be tricky because they tend to focus, the utilities tend to focus their efforts on the major transmission problems first, and then gradually move down to the outages that affect fewer customers, onesies and your twosies. So there are some isolated areas that could go several days without power as they work their way through the system. I do know that as the rain has eased off and allowed safer access for crews to get to the lines, we are seeing the pace of repairs accelerate in some of the eastern islands in the state, the Big Island, and to some extent Maui.
Well, Adam, one more question for you. I mean, living stateside, we talk about Hawaii. The weather most of the time is very nice. How predictable are these Kona lows, and do you expect them this time of year to occur?
Well, Kona low is a fairly rare event. You have to have a certain condition in the jet stream that brings a low pressure system from down north very close to the island so they can begin vacuuming up moisture from our south. So we get one every few years. The tricky part about a Kona low is that it's an interaction of forces between the low pressure system, moisture, and any low pressure troughs that are in the area. So they can be very hard to predict. We could see that there was the likelihood we were going to get heavy rain coming for several days, but the actual details, we've only got about a 12 to 24 hour advance window of where we expect the storm to move. The fear was that it was going to set up over the islands and just dump for days. Luckily, in this case, it has been a moving storm as opposed to just sitting and dropping 25 inches in one location. Right. That would have been the worst case scenario, I believe.